Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in for this video. I have something I have to show you. Look at this little guy. It's a little llama. It's from my sister. I forgot to include this in my Birthmas haul. If you haven't seen that video, you need to check it out. It's pretty funny, but she like stuck this in one of my gifts, and I just love llamas. Like, I think they're just so kind of crazy and cute, and I just love this little guy. It says Douglas on it, so I'm not really sure what that means, if that means anything to the stuffed animal lovers out there, but I just wanted to share him. He's like gonna be, I think he's gonna be my little beauty broadcast mascot here at my desk. But anyway, I'm so excited about this video. I mean, I was pumped to do the Emily Awards, but this is something that's so unique because so many times you'll see people getting on YouTube and say, these are my favorite products. Well, I think those are great to watch, and I think we all really like watching them, but I was pumped to do this because I got on my Facebook fan page. It's facebook.com/beautybroadcast. Not necessarily a fan page, but just like a page for beauty broadcasts that's different from my personal page. And I asked what of the products that I have recommended on my channel over time, what things have really worked well for you. So like success stories, sort of. If I counted every email that I've had saying, you know, I tried this and it worked awesome, I wish I had counted all those over time, because it's, you know, I get a lot of great feedback from you guys letting me know what things that I've recommended have worked. And so this was a neat way for me to sort of get, once again, a sense of that. I got tons of comments on this, and I just got dozens of products brought up that I've recommended, and some of them I was like, oh yeah, I did recommend that a long time back. But basically what I've compiled is a list of the top 10 things that you guys all put down as the most successful products that you've tried that I've recommended. So it's sort of like viewer favorites from the products I've brought up in my videos. So here you're going to be seeing not just what I like. I mean, they're all products that I like because I've included them in videos before, but what has worked for a lot of people. So that should really tell you something from this. And I'll also have little comments scrolling as I talk about each thing across the bottom. Just, you know, thoughts from people on the different products taken directly from my Facebook page. So that's exciting. So first off, number 10 is actually 3 products tied for number 10. And I'm not going to get into too much detail. I've reviewed all of the things I'm talking about. I talked about them at some point in time or another, so you can just go on my channel, search through, and find links to more info. But at 10, the 3-way tie is Too Faced Shadow Insurance, one of my favorite eye primers, and I'm glad to see that's caught on. The Milani Minerals blush, specifically in my tie, but I think some people found shades that they enjoyed themselves as well, but this one has gotten a lot of love. It's like a peachy pink blush from Milani. That's available at cherryculture.com. And also in 10th place is the Almay One Coat Nourishing Mascara Triple Effect. This is that neat brush that has like the longer bristles and the shorter ones to really give you not only a lengthened effect but a thickened look as well. That's that brush. Talked about it in the Emily Awards, and so many of you have really gotten behind this mascara, so that's nice to hear that it's really not only worked for me, but it's worked for you too. Number 9, the Palladio Herbal Tinted Lip Balm. I'm glad to see this hasn't been out there for that long. Like, I haven't been talking about it for that long. When I have talked about it, I've been very passionate about it, but it's nice to see that it has also caught on amongst the viewers. There's a lot of different shades that's available at Sally Beauty Supply. It's just known for being very moisturizing, but also having a lot of great color and giving almost like a lipstick finish, but a definite lip balm feel. It's one of the few products that can really pull it off and give you, you know, both ends of the deal there. Number 8, the Elf Eyelash Curler. Probably one of my most talked about tools, or most raved about tools, because I just feel like this really is user-friendly, easy to hold on to. It fits your eye, and you just get really nicely curled lashes with that. So love my Elf Eyelash Curler, and it's only $1 as well. Number 7, you guys love the Revlon Colorstay Foundation. This really has a following, and and it's neat because it does come in both combo to oily skin and normal to dry. So there's 2 formulations and a pretty good color range as well, and there's also an SPF with this. So this all around has there's a lot of reasons why I think this product worked for a lot of different people. So glad to hear your feedback on Revlon Colorstay. Coming in at number 6 for you is the Rimmel Fix and Perfect Primer. This is probably my favorite drugstore primer. I like Smashbox Photo Finish, but I like this very much as well. Really gives you a nice smooth canvas to put your foundation down on, helps it last longer, and helps it go on more smoothly. So glad to hear your feedback on Rimmel Fix and Perfect. And then coming in at number 5 is a palette from Coastal Scents. I guess this is the one that really caught on with a lot of you, and it is the 88 Warm palette. I don't show you too much by showing you the top of the palette, but that's what the inside looks like. It's just a, you know, neutral heaven for those of us that like the neutral shades. Of course, you can get smoky, you can get bronzy and brown and everything in between. So that's a much loved palette. So I'm glad that that's worked so well. And it's not really that big of a surprise because it does have such a great color variety in there. If you can't find some neutral shades in that palette that you like, then I don't know where you're going to find them. In at number 4 is the NYC Liquid Eyeliner. This is a really, really great liquid option that is so cheap in the drugstore. And what you're working with this is a small brush applicator. It's very, very fine, and this has really great staying power. It's very bold and black, so I've really recommended this for people who are really trying to pinch pennies but still come up with a great liquid eyeliner that's not going to flake out on them, and it's going to wear well throughout the day. Number 3 is Rimmel's Lasting Finish Foundation. I have loved this foundation. I am so glad it's worked well. One of the downfalls that I have heard about this over time from people is that the color selection, there's not like a ton of shades to choose from. For some people, if they do happen to have your right shade, that makes it easier because it's like, okay, I'm either this, 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 or this, and you know, it's easy to pick. I'm 200 soft beige, but this is a mineral enriched foundation. It's a 16-hour wear. That's kind of what Revlon Colorstay promises as well. So both of these work very well in terms of staying power. This goes on extremely smooth, and you might find it even easier to blend than Revlon Colorstay. I think Rimmel has a little edge on it in terms of that aspect, but the Revlon Colorstay has 2 different kinds of formulations, and it has a greater variety of shades. But either way, you can't go wrong with those foundations. They're from the drugstore, they're very inexpensive, and you're going to find something you like among those. In at number 2, Revlon Colorstay liquid and pencil liners. Some people didn't specify, they just said I like Revlon liner, or you said I like Revlon colors, you know, liquid or pencil, or I can't talk anymore, so but you like these liners, so I just lumped them together. You might be wondering, well, what makes that Revlon Colorstay liquid liner that much different from the NYC? And the truth is, they're not that different. I just dropped that, so I'm gonna pick it up. They're quite a bit. They're very similar. Revlon Colorstay, you're gonna get a few more shades out of this. Like there's a black shimmer and black brown, and I think some other colors that you can get this in. But this is sort of a matter of preference with application too. With the NYC, you're getting a really long-handled applicator, and it's a brush. And with the Revlon Colorstay, if you like to hold closer to where you're applying that liner at, like if you like to be in closer and maybe have a little bit more control, you have this tip that is not a brush. It's just like a felt tip sort of that goes down in your little inkwell, as I like to call it. And then of course the Revlon pencil liners, you know, if you want a great long wearing look, you put one on the top lash line being the liquid, and then you put the pencil on the bottom, top it off with a powder, and you are good to go for the day. Over the past year, I really branched out in terms of the different colors that the pencil is available in. I feel like I'm conducting here. There's a teal shade, there's blackberry, black, brown, black. I think there's a navy shade that I haven't tried, but good liners. Now, we're moving on to number 1, and for this, I gotta say I have some bittersweet news. first off, I'm happy that NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder in Sunny. It's a matte bronzer, and I'm glad it has worked so well for so many of you. This has gotten a huge, huge response. You can just tell by mine. Yeah, this is a loved product. This is a matte bronzer that for the my fair viewers out there, you guys love this. Even if people have a little deeper skin tone, this is a great way to still perk it up by wearing it all over your face. It's not going to get you shimmery and shiny. It actually has sort of an oil absorbing quality to it, which is sort of unique with all the different bronzers there are out there. However, I noticed, I heard from my sister-in-law Sarah, who has a YouTube channel. You should check that out. But anyway, I heard from her and that she was having a hard time finding the NYC Sunny in her stores. Sure enough, I was looking at my local Walmart the other day and it was not there. And this is kind of sad. I mean, this isn't sad on a scale of like what all the sad things that are happening in the world right now, but to makeup lovers who love this product, it is sad because this is getting discontinued. I know that for a fact because I called NYC. I decided that if I was going to bring this up in this video, I owed it to you guys to know for sure whether it was getting discontinued or not. I stayed on hold for about 10 or 15 minutes on the line with NYC Makeup, and they did tell me it is getting discontinued. I asked if it would be replaced with a similar product, but she said, well, no, we have the Mosaic bronzers and we have the Sun to Sun bronzers, which is like a really dark shade and a really light shimmery shade together in one. The Mosaic is like a bunch of different colors mixed into one. And so I was really bummed, and I told her, I was like, I'm sad because, like, she really wanted to hear this, but I told her, you know, like, I've recommended this to a lot of people, and it's got a really big following, so I'm sad to see that it's, you know, saying bye-bye at the store. But the good news out of this video is I'm going to give some recommendations to the many people out there that love that NYC bronzer. And as you see this start to fade from your stores, and maybe you picked up the last couple, but we all know we go through them fast, and you want some other things to try. So I'm going to give you some recommendations in place of that I think are pretty close. One of the closest ones is from Rimmel. It's the Natural Bronzer. This is something I think I recommended to my friend Kaylee, who we were in a store that didn't sell NYC, and I wanted to get her something like that. This was what we went for. She loves it. It's the Natural Bronzer. It has natural minerals in it as well. There are a couple of shades here that are nice. I have two, and they look very similar shade-wise. Sundance has a little bit of shimmer to it. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little shimmer. It's not a lot. It does not come off as a lot on your face, but it's a little bit. So that's not exactly like NYC Smooth Skin, but Sunlight is pretty close, and there's no shimmer in this. So this is Sunlight, and let me open up my Smooth Skin here. They are very close to the same type of shade. So there's an option for you. Another option you have as well is from Milani. The Sunset Duos have a really nice matte bronzer with them. They come with a little swath of blush, which you can see I didn't use much of, and then the bronzer. There's lots of different shades. They're all really good. Some have varying depths of how dark that bronzer is, but it's matte and it's very easy to use. They also have just a regular bronzing powder in light. That's extremely close to the NYC Smooth Skin as well. When you're talking matte bronzers, just showing you the side-by-side here is going to tell you a lot in terms of how close they are. There you see, these are very similar products. And if you are definitely listening to this and you're definitely on the fair side of things, consider the Elf Warm Bronzer. It's a studio line product available on their website. And no, this doesn't look at all like NYC, but these colors blended together will give you that sort of light bronze that is good for a fair complexion. So hopefully you got some ideas from that. I will continue to be watching out for either places that still have the NYC Sunny or products that are very comparable. I was at Meijer near my sister's house last weekend, and they still had some NYC Sunnies. So, but yeah, definitely sad to hear that go, but I got your back, everyone. I'm going to be watching for it. So thank you so much for responding to my Facebook question that I posed about what are the best products that you've tried that I've recommended. So happy to hear that so many things have worked well. Many people posted more than one thing, and that's awesome. And I'll continue to keep an eye on emails, see what's popular, and maybe update videos like this again, because I think you know, it's nice if I like it or whatever, but it's really cool to hear that one of these things has worked well for lots of different people. So thanks again so much for tuning in, guys, and have a wonderful day.